Chad Simmons of Fox Sports and Scout.com here at Milton High School in the state of Georgia with Treyvon Paulk, 2014 Tennessee commitment. It's been a tough year for you. Off to a good start. What, about 4 or so games in? You heard a pop. You played running back. You knew something was wrong. You didn't know to what extent. End up finding out you have a torn ACL. Missed the rest of your senior season. Catch us up and kind of, where you stand now.
I mean, right now it's just going to rehab every week and getting back my leg strength, and accepting that it was torn or whatever. But that's just what it is, every week rehab and just focusing on getting back and working my upper body.
What's been the toughest part of going through? I mean, you're an athlete. I've been there. You kind of think you're invincible. You don't get hurt. You can do anything.
Right.
You can run through walls as a running back like yourself. But then it happens to you. What's been the toughest part of this?
I mean, it's been hard because obviously you're a running back. Like, it's hard to accept that you can't get up and just run when you want to, chase after your little brother, just stuff like that. But I mean, it's actually been a humbling experience and just showed me I need to slow down and just look at little things. And it's actually taught me a lot too. I mean, I focus more on my body, how I eat, how I work out, and stuff like that.
You had surgery the 1st of October. We're closing in now on Christmas. So you're 2 months out from surgery. What's the rehab like for you right now? What are you working on to repair that knee and to get back to full strength by next year?
Oh, actually, at rehab, I just added leg extensions into it or whatever. So that's strengthening my quad. Because, I mean, I guess that's what was the problem before. I mean, my quads. And that's going to, take less stress off my knee so I won't ever have to go through this again. But strengthening my quads, my calves, and I go to the gym with my personal trainer and work my upper body, doing a lot more reps of things now and stuff like that.
I know you've told me you're ahead of schedule. Everything is going well. There's been no bumps in the road for you right now on the comeback trail. When you do get back, will you be better than ever? Will you be stronger, faster, more fit?
For sure, because I mean, this is just, I focused on my body more than I ever have before. I mean, before it would just be, okay, you eat whatever and you just play, I mean, I drink a lot of water here and that's really all I did, but I eat whatever and just play. But now going through this early, it's taught me, you got to treat your body like a high performance car, You got to watch what you put into it, watch what you work out, really look into things, more in depth. Because, this is what I want to do. I mean, I love the game of football, so I need to approach it at serious levels from all angles, So, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I feel like I'll come back stronger and better than I ever have before because now I'm actually taking the time and focusing on my body and doing things myself instead of listening to what somebody else says or he or she says. I'm focusing, looking up things for myself.
You were committed to Tennessee before the injury. When you found out and you heard that pop, I mean, you came back and played some of the next game, then you knew something was definitely wrong. When you found out it was a torn ACL, it was going to require surgery, you were going to miss the remainder of your senior season. Were you worried at all at any point about UT staying with you like that?
I mean, it went through my head, but I said, I believe in Coach Young and have faith. So me and my running backs coach, Coach Sly, we as soon as we got the news, that was the first people we called. We called Coach G. He said, hey, everything is fine. We're by your side, Then as soon as we hung up the phone with him, Coach Jones actually called us right back. I mean, as soon as we hung up and said, I'm still their guy, still have my my scholarship, everything. Just make sure I attack rehab and do everything I need to do, and I'll still be wearing orange next year.
How'd that make you feel? To one thing, to get the confidence from Coach G on the phone immediately, but to have the head coach, Butch Jones, call you within 5 minutes and say, "Hey, you're still our guy."
I mean, it made me feel so much more better. It made me happier about my decision. Like, wow, I really made the right decision going to Tennessee.
And you're going to be a Vol probably maybe next June you move into Knoxville, become a true Tennessee Volunteer. Today here you are wearing the nice gray. They actually wore the gray uniforms this year a few times. What do you think about those, first of all?
Oh, I mean,
the gray uniforms.
I love them. I like them.
I mean, something different. I liked it.
Yeah.
It definitely looked good on TV. You haven't been there for a game this season because of the injury, not being able to kind of get up and walk around and not having the mobility you've had in the past. But you have watched them closely on television each time you were able to. What are your thoughts on how the program looked, the first year under Butch Jones, the big win over South Carolina? What's your thoughts on the season?
I mean, I like what I saw. I like how Rajon Neal ran the ball. I mean, I feel like from last year to this year, they definitely put a little more into the run game. He was a 1,000-yard rusher this year. And with Coach G coaching him, I feel like he stepped up his game a lot. And even in the passing game, but, with the QB situation, I mean, that got better as the year went on. True freshman Marquez North, he stepped up. I mean, a lot of young talent, a lot of young guys, out on the outside at receiver. And just finding a quarterback late in the year, Dobbs, he can use his feet.
He's your neighbor right here.
Yeah.
I mean, Alpharetta and Milton, 10 minutes apart, if that.
I've been playing against him my whole life, middle school and high school. So, I mean, with him being able to use his feet, that was huge. But I really like what I saw in just the tempo. Once they perfect that tempo, once we perfect that tempo, I mean, I know it'll be huge for us.
I mean, I know you still have a lot of work to do to get back where you want to be as a football player, to get back. I mean, you're a fast kid, you're strong. People might want to doubt your size because you're not the 6-foot running back, but you make plays. I mean, you've been doing that for years here on the high school level. Now you move ahead. You move on to college, playing in the Southeastern Conference, which everybody I think says is the premier football conference in college football. How excited are you to know that you have the opportunity to play for a traditional program like UT, where you're going to have 100,000+ fans every home game? You're going to play Florida every year. You're going to play Georgia every year. You're going to play Alabama every year. I mean, I know you've had to start thinking about that. What you get? I'm getting chills talking about it. I'm just here right across from you. I mean, what do you think about when that goes through your head?
I mean, I've been waiting for this all my life. This is what I wanted to do, play football in the SEC. And when the opportunity came, I took a hold of it. And right now here, home, I'm working, doing everything I can do to make sure I can perform at that level.
Treyvon, definitely best of luck on the rehab track. I know you're working hard. You always have. You have big goals ahead. Thanks so much for your time. Great talking to you.
Great talking to you too. Thank you.